Hey guys, welcome back to another video, and in today's video we are doing the Shrine of Secrets review for the 5th of January 2022. It's the first shrine of the new year, so happy new year everyone, because my last shrine was just before the new year, so I didn't get a chance to say it on YouTube. But yes, happy new year, we are back with a new year of content. Maybe this will be the year that I actually do other content, but you know, not making any promises. But we're going to get started, I think, because this shrine is actually really good. For the first one of the new year, it's actually really good. So, we're going to get started. First of all, we have Adrenaline, which is a make perk, and I've talked about this one a couple of times, so I won't linger on it. But basically, once all the generators are done, you instantly heal 1 health state, you sprint at 150% of your normal running speed for 5 seconds, and it actually pauses if you are, like, I don't know what the word is, but like if you're not in a position to be able to walk around and move around, then it will pause it and then it will wait for you to be back on your feet. I didn't explain that very well. Basically, like if you're being picked up or if you're hooked or something like that, when this triggers, it will wait for you to get unhooked or dropped by the killer or whatever to trigger the said health state and speed boost. It will also wake you up if you're asleep, and it will cause exhausted, and it also overrides exhausted. So if you're exhausted from dead hard, it will still trigger and then just make you exhausted again. Yeah, it's really powerful. Obviously, this will always get you value as long as all the generators get done, because if you die before then, or if everyone else dies before then it will obviously not do anything for you. Also, this counts if it's you and just the killer left, and the killer closes the hatch. Once that happens and the game collapse begins, that will also trigger adrenaline. So again, you'll heal, speed boost, things like that. Yeah, basically it's a very good perk. It's very strong, so yes. Next up we have Dead Hard, which is a David perk, and I feel like everyone knows what this perk is because it's a quite perk that gets a lot of conversation these days. Basically, it's an exhaustion perk, and basically when you're injured, you can press a button to dash forward, which will avoid a hit. So if the killer is about to hit you, and you're about to go down, then you wouldn't because you'd be dashing. Then you get exhausted, basically. So this is good for mainly for dodging hits. Killer mains really hate this perk because it's basically a second chance perk, kind of. Because you get to use in a chase, and it prolongs the chase when normally it wouldn't have. Personally, I play Killer more than I play Survivor, and I also am so fed up of this perk. Literally every single person uses this perk for some reason. Well, not for some reason. I know why everyone uses it, but like, God, it's literally on everyone's build now. Especially now it's in the shrine, so great. You can also use it to get distance. If you're looping the killer and you need to get to a window but you won't make it normally, you can dash forward. You know, it gets you a bit more distance. You can, you know, get to that loop. Yeah, other than that, it's quite a nuisance perk. It is a good perk, you know. I will admit, obviously, I do use this a few times on a few of my survivors, but I don't use it on everyone because I know that it's just such a headache to play against. Yeah, and also it can be easily baited. If you're semi-smart, you know, if you're even a little bit intelligent, you can bait Dead Hard by just getting really close to them or waiting for them to do it. Sometimes they'll Dead Hard into walls or the sides of builds. And then you can just down them as if they didn't even use the perk, so that's good. Other than that, yeah, it's quite a nuisance. It's good and it's strong, but like it's a nuisance. Next up we have Undying, which is a Blight perk, and this is a Hex perk. And this is one of those Hex Totem perks that defends other Hex Totems, which I'll get to my thoughts on that in a minute. And maybe that might be what I make a video about. Basically, survivors within, I think it's 4 meters for the full version of any dual totem have their aura revealed, and then whenever Hex Totem is closed, that Hex Totem's, you know, abilities and, you know, the actual perk itself transfers to the Hex Undying totem, which deactivates Hex Undying. So basically, if you use this with another Hex perk or other Hex perks, Undying will always be the first one to go. Undying will always sacrifice itself. Pardon me. Undying will always sacrifice itself in order to keep the other totems alive. So if you're using this with like Ruin or multiple hexes like Ruin or Haunted Grounds or Devour, Undying will always, no matter what, be the first one to go, because it will basically give itself up for the others. Yeah, so it's good, and honestly, the aura reading is actually pretty powerful. There's a few times where it can actually get you information. So actually, I like that part of it a lot. I just have a thing about hex totems like this, because the point of hex totems is that it's meant to be quite powerful effects, but there's always the risk of losing it. So it's basically meant to be a high risk, high reward thing. But we have so many hexes that protect hexes. It's a bit weird, because it's like, well, the point is that it's supposed to be risky. You know, we have haunted grounds, which are like bait totems. This one, which will literally give itself up for other totems. You know, there's retribution, so if they cleanse other hex totems, then, you know, you get to see everyone's auras for like 15 seconds. Thrill of the Hunt makes it take ages. You know, there's things like that. It's like, I don't know. It's not really to do anything with the shrine, to be honest. It's just a little thing I have where it's like, I don't know. It's a bit weird. I don't know why they do so many. Why like really almost half of the hex totems are defense hex totems, you know? I don't know. It's weird. And finally, we have Goes the Weasel, which is a clown perk. Again, this one is pretty powerful. I feel like everyone's heard of this one. Once you hook a survivor, it doesn't matter how many times, you know, just the action of hooking someone, for 45 seconds afterwards, any generator kick will instantly lose 25% of its progress, and then the normal regression will carry on after that. Yeah, so basically hook someone, you get a little period of time where you get 25% instant regression if you kick a gen, and then obviously if you do kick a gen that time, then yeah, you get the 25% regression. So it's cool. I do like it. It's a weird one because sometimes you have to prioritize that over chase. Sometimes you have to give chases to go walk and find a gen to go kick it. In that time, survivors can go and do get distance, do objectives, get the rescue, or just wait by the generator and then tap it again when you've walked off. Yeah, so it's not as good as it used to be, but also I think a lot of people can say, well, this is just me personally, I don't know, I don't want to speak for everyone else, but like, I feel like Scourge Hook, Pain Resonance, I think it's called, is a better version of this perk. Pain Resonance, I think that's what it's called, something like that. It's Pain something. Pain Resonance has it so every time you hook someone on Scourge Hook, the generator with the highest amount of progress will instantly explode and lose 15%, and also reveal locations of survivors if they're working on that gen and you hook someone. Obviously it's not the same as 25%, but it's close, and it's a lot more efficient because it means it saves you having to walk over to the gen, giving up chase time or pressure time to go and kick a gen while the other survivors get distance and things. So personally, recently I've been using Scourge Hook a lot more than this, so I haven't really used Pop for a while because I've just tried to get Pain Resonance on most of my killers, which you know, has been going okay. But yeah, so I think this perk is still strong. It's good on high mobility killers who can get around the map easily. Other than that, I'm not sure if it's worth it or not, just because you have to sometimes go and go kick someone, you know. Or sometimes if you know, if you're in a position where you really need to go after the survivor, or a survivor, then you know you can't go to the gen to go do it. You know, if that makes sense. So I don't know. I'm not sure about this perk now. It's still good, and obviously it's strong. 25% instant progress is obviously very damaging, but I'm not sure now. Which one should I think you buy? Wow. Okay, I think for survivor, I'm gonna say. Ooh, I don't know. I want to say Adrenaline because Dead Hard. I feel like people are gonna get Dead Hard. Because they hear about it all the time and things. So Dead Hard, if you want to get better in chase, or if you want to be a nuisance, then I guess get that one. I would say Adrenaline though. I think Adrenaline is a better perk than Dead Hard, to be honest, because if you could get it to work and if you are alive by the time the generators are all done, very powerful. There's so many things at once and it's crazy. For Killer, I'm going to say Undying because I think out of these two, I'd rather use Undying, personally, because I know Hex Totems, again, are very powerful perks, and even though I have my opinions on the idea of protecting other totems, it's still good. The 4 meter aura reveal around all totems, honestly, watch how much information that gives you, because it is actually crazy good. And obviously the ability for it to sacrifice itself, so your totem will always last at least one cleansing. Yeah, it's good. It's good. Guys, that's going to do it from me. I hope you enjoyed. Yeah, Happy New Year. I'll see you in the next one.